What's up, guys? We're back. I'm heading over to the shop right now. Will's gonna meet me there, and we're actually gonna pull the van in. I spent all day yesterday cleaning the shop, so the floor's nice and clean. Ooh, we got a notification. Yeah, the floor's nice and clean. We can get the van in there, no problems now. My jack stands came in from Amazon that I ordered. I don't know why it's complicated to find quality jack stands. That doesn't seem like a thing you'd have an issue doing, but man, reading reviews on jack stands, it gets pretty sketchy. But anyways, I ordered a set, big 6-ton pairs, so we're gonna get the van up in the air on those. And other than that, we're gonna start mocking up intercooler piping. Now, I do have to try and remember and refrain myself from doing any pulls with this thing after I get these pipes on, because it's still on the van's factory fuel pump, so I'm sure it's gonna lean out. We don't know how much boost we're on, judging by the preload of the wastegate, because it was just thrown on there. If it's anything like the white car, it's a lot, so we're gonna have to put a fuel pump in this thing in a wideband before we do any pulls. Otherwise, we'll probably just blow it up. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna head to the shop now, get this van up in, get the van in the shop, get it up in the air. It's been raining, so probably gonna have to let it dry off a little bit, so we're not laying in a bunch of puddles. But yeah, I'll see y'all when we get there. There she is. Let's hope it damn starts with all this rainwater in her. Sorry, girl. She got that damn Optima though, so. Oh, she's Gucci. Yeah, buddy. Let's go ahead and pull this thing in. PPs. Blowed out bastards. God dang. How do you even do that? Guess we're just opening the whole ass box. Alright, we got the van up on jack stands on all 4 corners now, 6 tons, so we shouldn't have to worry about this thing falling. Ooh, kick that. As you can see, it's what we're working with. I got another kit here too. I got some Ishimoto couplers there. I got some old stuff laying around as well. So between all this right here, we should be able to make something work on this van. This is a big ass intercooler. It's 5 inches. I mean, we're gonna figure out how to mount that up to the front end right now. We'll have to run and get a couple nuts and stuff for a relay he's putting in for the fan. The motor is back in that thing, so probably be making a video on that here shortly. I can hear it starting to rain now on this roof. It's looking pretty nasty out here, actually. Like, look at that. That's terrible. So it's not here just yet, but it's about to be. So sorry if there's a little bit of background noise from the rain hitting the roof. We'll close the door if we got to, but I'll crawl under here real quick and show you what we're working with, what the main issue is. On Neons, they do not have this back mount that this trans has, and I utilized having that mount and made it work. So you ain't really gonna be able to tell from up here, but the outlet of the turbo, the hot side, that shoots down, it shoots right down into that mount. So we're gonna have to do some sort of bend that goes out of the way and then down. I don't know, but yeah, that's the main issue. The shifter linkage is also right there, so got a little bit of figuring out, but once we get that figured out and get it run up to the front, I think it's going to be smooth sailing from there. We'll have to be mindful when we run it up. We got another mount right there, so it's going to have to avoid that. It's got a few little obstacles we got to get by, but other than that, we're going to try and knock this out today. Good God. Well, where's the O2 housing? Alright, we decided to yank O2 housing off this thing because, did the flange fit it? Sick. Yeah, I'm vlogging. If you want to call it.
Yeah, I was about to start saying some profanities. So.
Oh. But yeah, we took the O2 housing off of it. And instead of running this, we're just going to stick a downpipe flange straight to the manifold of the turbo. And we'll just weld in a bung. That way we have our O2 sensor still. And that is going to free up a lot of room under there to run the exhaust where we need it. And it's not going to be conflicted with the intercooler pipe and shifter linkage. Alright y'all, we got the intercooler mocked up. We got some tabs bent up right here. Resting on these tabs, it's factory on the Caravan. Same on the other side. So we'll have that as support. We can bolt through that. We're debating doing a little L bracket right there as well to tap into that. This is a very heavy intercooler. What do you think this thing weighs?
Probably 60 pounds.
60 pounds. I don't know. I can't pick it up. I can't pick it up one-handed. So we've played a little bit right here with that. Thinking about using the factory neon cold side. We messed with a little bit down here, but before we got too far ahead of ourselves and bringing it forward, we wanted to go ahead and get the intercooler mocked up here so we have a place for the pipe to actually route to, so we have a plan on where we're going. But yeah, other than that, we're going to take this back off, get it on Will's welding table. He's going to lay some beads on this, and we're going to see if it actually will hold itself up with just these brackets here. Alright y'all, I pretty much just eyeballed everything, but as you can see, let's get this to focus right here for you. I went ahead and nut-serted these top plates here. There you go, as you can see, I only got one in right now. I went ahead and nut-serted the bottom for that bracket as well on both sides. So this thing should not move in theory when I drop this jack. Oh yeah. That thing is on there, so oh yeah. I like it. I might throw another one in the bottom brackets just to be safe, but I wanted the bottom to basically hold the weight of it because these brackets could very well break, especially with wheel hopping. That could be a crack, who knows. But I do still plan to triangulate this or brace that just in case. But as you can see, I mean, that's on there. That ain't moving. But yeah, basically the bottom two are just to support the weight of it. There ain't no weight on these top brackets at all. They're actually pulled down to tighten, so it's basically just to keep it from falling forward. Any kind of wiggle, it'll take up the slop there. This should be a pretty good mounting solution. I don't see an issue with it. I still got to throw two more up top here. I got to find the bolts for it. I've just been digging through the bolt bucket and actually found 4 right in a row. So, but yeah, I needed this basically mounted. That way we had a finish line point for all the piping, so we knew where we was taking it. But yeah, now that this is mounted, we can actually try and finish the rest of the intercooler piping now and route it up front. I think it looks pretty good. If you look, following the radiator core fins, it's pretty level as well, so not bad for an eyeball. Will's been hard at work tacking all my pipes up, getting a little bit of welding going on. We pretty much have the entire driver's side done. That's that laying over there on the floor. It goes right up to the throttle body. The blow off valve does clear right here, so we're good to go on that. We might still have to add a bung for the intake air temp sensor, but onto this side it hugs real nice. As you can see, there's still clearance up through here. Keeps it up real nice and high. And you'd think I almost done this. It clears the oil pan and the radiator hose. That way we ain't got no unnecessary heat going into the pipe. Bends around. I tried to use the least amount of couplers as I possibly could. And that goes on to where, keeping it above the K-member. Mind you, all this is just mocked up and tacked in place. Let's slide under here a little bit. You can see it used right back up. Bear with me here. It used up. Had to use a coupler here because obviously we can't do nothing. Damn, hope y'all can see that. Anyways, obviously it has to have a coupler right here. And then follow it on up. And I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but there's a blue coupler right up in there going to the turbo. All this is tacked in place, so that's about the lowest point of it. Not much we can do about that. The van is, you know, it's full drive right hot, so we ain't got nothing to worry about that. We'll never get this thing slammed. So I think we're pretty much done with the intercooler popping. I'm gonna take all this back off. Will's gonna go ahead and final weld all this stuff. This was really the only route we could take. Unfortunately, I tried to snake it over top of this motor mount, but it was just too tight. I thought about going over the motor, over the trans, and it's just, I didn't think it'd look right. So this is what we came up with. Hopefully it'll be all right. Obviously we still have to do the exhaust. Let's see if you can see it. I took the O2 housing out of there. I cut the flange off a neon downpipe so it'll bolt straight to the actual manifold itself. That'll give us a lot more room to work, and snake that over this way. We have plenty of room right to where this is, except we're not going to be using this. That's just where we'll be running it. Out the back, I got a bunch of 3-inch stainless, so we'll be making a custom 3-inch exhaust for this right after this. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this off, get this final welded, get the blow off valve back on it. I went ahead and got a Walbro 450 for that, so we got to throw that in before we do any kind of boosted pulls. I really don't want to scatter this motor just yet. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get these pipes back off, get that welded, and we'll catch back up with you in a few. Hey y'all, we finally got this locking ring off. We're gonna try and pull this pump out now. Hopefully don't make too big of a mess. I'm sure we will, because some canisters hold quite a bit of fuel. Yeah, that thing's full of fuel. Yeah. Smell like 2-year-old 87.
I mean, I just discovered every single cut I had on my hand.
That I didn't even know I had.
That I didn't even know was there. Needs to attach. There.
I don't look like it's going to.
It's not going to.
So apparently this 450's got no chance in hell at fitting up in this factory canister. At least with this unit here. I don't know if we could do like a hose off this through that. I'm not sure on that deal. This is definitely not just a bolt-on affair. As you can see, this is much smaller. Unfortunately, this is just not looking like it's going to be necessarily, I ain't going to say it's not possible, but it's not going to be just a drop-in install like it would be. Well, I mean, I ain't going to say a 450 is a typical drop-in install either, but like a 255, I believe it's just like this, so we could just toss a 255 in here. But with that being said, we're just going to be ended up taking it back out, because the 255 is not going to flow as much as, it's not going to flow enough fuel for what the van's going to make at some point. So it would kind of just be a band-aid for the time being, which we might end up doing. I'm not sure yet. But to make this work, the 450, which ain't going to be enough pump either, we would basically have to modify it just like this neon canister. And as you can see here, they've drilled the bottom out of this thing. Let me get it to focus for you. They drilled the bottom out of this canister so it could fit this. They've modified the entire top hat, done away with the regulator and everything. So we'd have to basically mimic that onto the Caravan's canister. And I'm not really sure if I want to go through all that. Alright y'all, we got the tank out of the van actually. There's a lot of room under here now. Let's see if we can't see anything. There we go. Yeah, there ain't nothing under there now besides this exhaust, which I gotta yank out still. But yeah, we got that out. I hollered at my buddy Nick. He says he's got a brand new 255 pump sitting at his house. So I'm pretty sure that'll work. It should look just like this factory pump. It won't get as far, but it'll get us far enough on this stock turbo for sure. So that's what I'm going to be doing for now. Put that pump in once he hollers at me. Get these bead rolled. And we'll get back with you. Alright y'all, we just got back from Landon's. And got some bead rolling done on these pipes. Turned out really good. There was a few we actually had to weld the beads onto. Just because the angle of it didn't want to work right in the bead roller. But regardless, didn't want to deal with any couplers popping off, so we should be good. There's another one we got down there. So yeah, I'm gonna run in here and get these put on and see what we got. Alright y'all, just to make things a little bit easier, I went ahead and pulled this old exhaust out because it was really just hanging down in the way trying to get this gas tank back in. But I did get the 255 in the van fuel canister. and the new sock and all that. Put all that back in. Got the lock ring tightened back down. So the tank is empty, so hopefully I can shove this back in by myself. It ain't too bad. Get this shoved back in, get the filler neck back on, fuel pump and all that, all these lines hooked up. Once that's in, I gotta finish putting the pipe in, but before that I'm gonna go ahead and throw these pipes on, make sure everything's buttoned up and tight, put the gas in it, put some in here, and see if we can't start it up and get some blow off noises. I won't be taking it out just yet because while it's on jack stands, it's the best time to go ahead and make an exhaust for this thing. I'm gonna try and knock that out while it's in here, so that's gonna be in a separate video after this. But I just want to do a quick little update while I just got this fuel tank ready to go back in. And I'll holler at you once everything's ready to go. Okay, I got the gas tank back in. It was a pain in my ass, but hopefully I got everything hooked up right. I'm gonna put the key in the ignition here, and hopefully we can hear the fuel pump. Hell yeah. I heard the pump. There ain't no fuel in it yet, so I don't want to mess it up. I need to run and grab some fuel for it and fill it up. But before that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these pipes on, make sure everything's buttoned up and tight, put the gas in it, and we'll go from there. I'm absolutely filthy. Okay, I pretty much have all the T-bolt clamps tightened up besides for the one on the throttle body, because I might start it with that off just to blow out anything that's in there before going into the motor. I got the tile tightened down in there. It's tight, but it clears. And I got the clamp on the turbo tightened down back there. So I actually broke one, so I had to redo it because I don't have a T-bolt that small, so I had to use a clamp. As you can see, we center a little too hard, so at least I had one more clamp left. But yeah, went ahead and grabbed the jug. I went ahead and make sure this fit in the filler neck. So I'm gonna go grab a couple gallons of 93, put it in here, prime the system, make sure we ain't got no leaks. And if all's good, I guess I'm gonna start this thing. All right, it's a moment of truth. You ready? Cut it. What's up?
There's something arcing right here.
Arcing?
Yeah, like the ground or something.
Really?
Yeah. That scared me. I didn't know what it was.
Where?
I heard it.
Oh, it's the noise suppressor. Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
It goes right here.
It was arcing off the trans.
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's something arcing,
Yeah,
huh?
I had to have that off to get to it.
Okay.
We primed her good. Alright, round two. Did it blow anything out?
Not really. It's blowing air out, but there ain't much pressure.
Alright y'all, I guess that's going to be it for this video. We got it fired up. There was no fuel leaks. Fuel pump primed good, so I guess we successfully installed that. All the intercooler pipes still on. Like I said, we still got to add one clamp to the throttle body. I just wanted to blow anything out of the system that might have been in there. Yeah, other than that, I got the exhaust pipe sitting here, all this stainless 3-inch. So here in the next couple days, we'll be getting to work on that. Figure out why the blow-off valve's not working. Maybe there's just too stiff of a spring in it. We'll see. Maybe once it's under load, it'll actually work. I actually ordered a bunch of stuff to build an editing PC. My laptop, unfortunately, just took a shit on me. So I haven't been able to edit much. And when I do edit, it ends up force closing the software. Nothing saves. I have to re-edit 4 or 5 times. It takes me literally like 8 hours to edit a single like 20-minute video. It's insane. So I ordered all this stuff to do that. Hopefully it'll be in tomorrow and I'll be able to get this video up. But I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna take a shower. So I appreciate y'all for watching. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And until next time, peace.